If your child has a developmental delay, can you provide therapy for your own child instead of hiring or seeking outside therapy for your child? I think certainly you could. You could do that, but should you do that? So my name is Scott Harmon. I'm an occupational therapist, and my wife and I own Therapy for Kids, and we provide speech, OT, and PT in 3 different clinics: Conway, Greenbrier, and Clinton. So if you have any questions about therapy, be sure to go by therapy4kids.net, and that's the number 4, therapy, the number 4, KIDS.net. And please let me know if you have any questions. But let's get back to the question of can you provide therapy for your own child? Like I said, I think certainly you could, but let me tell you a little bit of a story here. My wife is a pretty good piano player, but we hire a piano teacher to teach our 6 kids to play piano. Now, why is that? We could save money. We could save time by having my wife teach my kids to play piano. Now, I can't even play music on a radio very well, so I can't do that. But I want my kids to learn how to play music, how to play a musical instrument, because what I know about child development and brain development, I know it creates good brain development to learn a musical instrument. And so I want them to have that skill. I just also want them to be able to appreciate music. But back to the point of why we hire that done. A couple of reasons. Because when we have to go to piano lessons every week, we know that we have to check in. We know that we are accountable for any homework that the piano teacher might have given us. And so that keeps us accountable. And it makes us want to do that homework that the piano teacher has given us. The other thing is, even though my wife is really good at playing piano, having that professional who does it over and over again and has seen years of how to teach piano correctly pays off in ways that we couldn't even imagine. Having that professional overlook the therapy for your child, you don't even know what you don't know. So there's questions that are going to come up that you don't know that you should ask. And the therapist, the professional who has been doing that for years, knows how to address the behaviors, how to improve on that skill, because they've done it over and over and over again, and they have the training to make sure that your child achieves their most maximum potential. So that is a big reason of why maybe you shouldn't do the therapy for your child. Certainly you should help your child in their development, but to have that professional overseeing the skills that are going to make your child more independent and maximize their independence is going to be important. Another point is, are you really that dedicated to educate yourself on child development and how to best teach your child how to achieve the skills that maybe they're a little bit slow on? Are you that dedicated? As much as we want to say that we are, like, oh yes, I'm going to tackle this. I'm going to be so dedicated to teaching my child and bringing their skill level up. The reality is that life happens and that just slips away. Having that accountability of going every week to therapy is very important. It's going to pay off in the long run, because as much as we want to say, yes, I'm going to do this, life happens. So what does it take to get therapy at Therapy for Kids? What it takes is an evaluation. So if you have a concern about your child's development, at least get an evaluation. At least you'll know where your child is in their developmental skill level compared to their peers. And then you'll have that peace of mind. Probably they're on track, or maybe if they're a little bit behind, that's okay. We can give you a few tips and they can catch up. If they are really behind, you want them to catch up, especially if you have a preschooler, a child who's going to be going into kindergarten pretty soon. We want to really work on catching up their skills so they hit kindergarten with the ground running and they're not behind in that first year of school. So if you go over to therapy4kids.net, there's actually a free developmental screening that you can take online. Or if you'd like to go ahead and schedule that formal evaluation with a therapist, it's super easy to do over there. Just click on Request Therapy. There's a button right there. And if you have questions, email me. It's scott@therapyforkids.net. And I want to reiterate the point of our therapists have seen child development year after year after year and have worked on that in different kids, so they know how to get your child to a maximum achievement of skill. I've been doing this for over 25 years. I've seen quite a bit, and I want to help your child achieve their maximum potential. So if you need anything, let us know. Thanks for watching, and God bless.